Hello everyone and welcome to the sportiest stream. Nice to see you all. We've got some Ascend Tournament Series Ascension Cup action week 2 here, brought to you by me and by IceColeBrew. Hello Cole, how you doing? Welcome in. It's nice to see you.
It's nice to see you too. It's nice to be on a sporty stream as well. It's a great place to watch some fantastic Rocket League action. And not only that, we got a fantastic series coming up too for the Ascension Cup, right?
Yeah, I would say so as well. We actually have two incredible series coming up tonight. We have one which is versus Null Flight Ghost White. That's our first match. That's the one that you're talking about. And later tonight we got 135 Team Not Found versus 135 Quantum. Team Not Found always finding ways to face off against their own org in multiple different leagues. We'll be seeing that match later today. Both matches are best of 5 in Cole. I mean, you want to talk about that first match. Let's talk about that first match. Yeah versus Null Flight Ghost White.
Yeah, this is a team I'm very interested to see because doing my little bit of research, first of all, they're 1-0. They took off the Milky Min Militia in the very first round.
They did not. No, they took down Turtle Island.
Oh, Total Island. I apologize.
Null Flight who played Milky Militia first round.
I get them mixed up. But yeah, they are a very defensively minded team, just looking at them overall. And while MMR-wise they are rated higher, they are not that aggressive on the field. In fact, a majority of them have more saves than goals and shots for the most part. In fact, we will be playing with Masha along with Sonoda and Trutsky on the side, and I believe Sonoda is probably their strongest scorer, and yet still they play, again, they like controlling the pace. They like controlling the tempo of the field, in my opinion. In the meantime, on Ghost White, this is a team that they were able to win their first match in the series, and that has to be a bit frustrating for them. But they play very demo heavy from what I could tell. A lot of demos on average across the entire roster, and a little bit of pass heavy style from, I believe the player's name is Godless as well. I think they actually go by a different name in the league.
Godless.
But it's going to be, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how this team matches up against a very defensive overall.
Yeah, again, this name, it's been on the stream a ton as well, Cole. I mean, this team has been on the stream very often. There used to be, again, a roster that was very recognizable and almost all female roster. Actually, in fact, most of those players that were on that roster are now on a new team known as Alpha Females, which are also in our Ascension Cup and who have been having a start that has been pretty similar to how No Fight Ghost White have gone. They're a strong team, just not an easy first round matchup where I believe they lost. Yeah, they lost to Evolve Nebula, which is a pretty scary team. So yeah, have been having an interesting time. They get to play Uniformity later today, so that match will be interesting. For females versus 135 Uniformity, which is one of 235 teams in this tournament. But yeah, as you mentioned again, he has a very defensive team, and that's one of the reasons why I'm a little bit concerned for them in this matchup. Null Flight Ghost White, not Turtle Island. Turtle Island's one of the weaker teams in this grouping by rank, and Null Flight are stronger. They're more around the middle, I think, on teams, and I believe the pre-series kind of rankings also had them listed that way. In fact, I'd have to find that again. Those rankings are, though, completely subjective, and it was made by 52 Sweet, who he knows his stuff, but, you know, he's not always true as Null Fight team, not even on the top 10 list for the week 2, the top 10 teams to watch, meaning, yeah, he doesn't have a lot to say about Null Flight, but I can tell you Null Flight are a pretty strong team, albeit they have a lot to prove if they want to be a top team in their group, although, again, they're in the same group as, they're considered one of the scarier teams. They're going to have to prove that here, because their first week did not end off very well. They lost to Milky Militia, and admittedly, that's a pretty tough team to lose to in Milky Militia, because that is, a good team, but I'm sure for them, they're reeling from that. They desperately need a win, even though, again, it is a 6-week season with 7 matches. They want that win back badly.
And I'm wondering if, might change up their game plan a little bit as well. We were talking a little bit before the stream about Null Flight and just how well and how aggressive they can play, looking towards maybe trying to break down that defense of because again, is a very protective team. They slowed from what I can tell, they're slowing down the pace, and no one really wants to lose in their first week either. Going back to a statement you said earlier, losing in the first week has to happen, but it's all been fairly close matches across the board for each team that's lost so far. And so that has to put a little fire inside you a little bit. That has to get you set up ready for the next week, telling yourself, okay, what did we do wrong and how can we capitalize it in the next week? Because Ascension Cup itself has some very strong teams all together, just some top contenders for this entire cup.
Yeah, I remember talking with 50 before this tournament. He said, well, this is going to be one of the most stacked tournaments we've had in a while. And ironically, it comes at a lower rank than what we're used to here in at Ascend Tournament Series. Again, a rank level that actually I can play at, and I am playing at here. That's how good it is. That's how low ranked it is. I'm playing in it. No, I'm not even joking. It's not even that low ranked, but it is still scary. In this bracket, I believe only the top 4 or 5 teams. I think it's the top 4. No, sorry, top 3 in each group. I'm going to go through, and the next 2 teams from each group go to a wild card. So out of the 8 teams in each group, will the top 5 even have a chance to make it into the playoffs? And, well, if you think there's 10 scary teams, there's more than just 10 scary teams that make it in here. There's really only almost any team in this tournament, can be expected to make it through, and that wouldn't be a bad prediction. That's how tough this tournament is. There are so many teams that can make it in, and it's almost entirely made up of high-ranked players and players that want that tournament so badly. They're going to do anything they can to get to it. So, yeah, these matches, these closer matches where it's between teams that could make it, these could be the matches that separate who goes to the playoffs and who doesn't.
Yeah, and we still have plenty of time to figure out who is going to be in that top 8, who are going to take those wild card positions, who are going to be in the top rankings for the tournament itself. But right now, going based off that, I actually think your team 100x35 Evo will be the first ones to take that spot. Of course, I'm not biased. I'm not trying to,
I'm not. All right then, you're just being biased for us. I see. As again, we do have Yad joining in. We're just waiting on Nola Flight, but again, an interesting match. I'm happy that you're supporting me. Although I will say, I feel like now everyone's gonna come in and say that this is biased. This is scripted content. I promise you, this is not scripted. This is just Cole. Make sure he's on my good side. You wouldn't beat me in a 1v1. That's why he's doing this.
Notes right here. 100x35 Evo will be taking the entire cup, not by it. It's right here. It's in the script.
Yeah. It's in that script here. Well, fortunately, we'll be getting this match started. It's going to be Panda, Undying Breath, and Bosco. It looks like you were joining for Nola Flight. Man, that's going to be an interesting roster because I believe that is their usual starting roster.
I'm very excited to see Undying Breath play. He is one of the more interesting players from what I could tell so far. It seemed to me that they were much more comfortable playing 2s in the long run, so they're finding their stride in 3s overall. And with that, though, playing with Panda and playing with Bosco as well, they're continuing to find more ways to complement each other on the field. And again, just paying attention to demos, paying attention to the movement of Bosco and of Panda will be what I'm going to be looking out for Nola Flight, Ghost White in the moment. Meanwhile, yeah, I really think Trutsky and Sonoda with Mashta are going to just dominate the entire time. Working in tandem again.
I mean, the ranks would explain that. They're, again, one of the most stacked teams in this one. The only team that are ranked below in the total rankings is unknown. And that's a team with Colved, who doesn't play like he's in champs. So, yeah, to say that they are expected to take their group would be a bit of an understatement here for, they're expected to take their group and look good doing it. But that first week didn't really show what they were made of. Now going into week 2, Nola Flights. Here we go, a best of 5. This will be the first real test of the season for Nola Flight. This could be a good chance for them to get their season on the right track.
And then currently, already on the offensive. I like the control from Sonoda trying to force that low 50. Tries to keep that ball on the side. And Sonoda immediately fires. Bosco, soft save. Undying Breath can't really get in front of the ball. Around the woodwork the ball goes. Bosco almost with an own goal in that moment. Instead, in the blue, Sonoda, Mashta, and Trutsky fighting for control. Cannot maintain it, the center lane. Instead, it's going to go off to the corner. Back to the orange squad of Nola Flight, Ghost White with Undying Breath, Bosco, and Panda.
Yeah, and right now, look at this. Just attack from one end to the other. There's a raid coming in from Crouton. Hello, Crouton. I know you're a friend of the team. We got versus Nola Flight, Ghost White. You joined at a great time, and joining me here, if you guys don't know, is IceColeBrew. So we got to get a great best of 5 series. Got one after this as well. If you guys haven't paid attention, and and what a series this will be. But yeah, already, yeah. And one thing I haven't really mentioned about, yeah, and I've mentioned it a lot, this is not a mechanical team. The mechanical teams aren't the ones that are going to win this tournament. It's going to be the teams that work together the best. And, well, there's no better team than having a group of people who have been friends for I don't know how long. They've been friends together. I mean, one of the players on this GI team that we actually aren't going to see tonight, Poop Soup, used to be Masha's teammate for a draft league in the past. So these players know each other very well. And again, that chemistry is going to be one of the biggest things that I need to see from teams that are going to that are fighting to take that tournament. If you have the chemistry to do it, you're going to do it. And right now, yeah, again, there's no better chemistry than people who just know each other so well.
And folks, don't forget to vote in the predictions as well. Which team you think will take the series as we're waiting for, to try to find their first goal. So far, they have only had 2 shots, and both of them have been blocked by Ghost White. Meanwhile, Ghost White yet to get credit for the first shot. Fantastic setup for Undying Breath to get a pass out to Bosco. Unfortunately, too many bodies in the way to deny. Again, that defensive mindset of, just getting in the way the entire time as Sonoda tries to drop it down mid lane. Unfortunately, Masha can't find it. Trutsky a little bit too up high. Sonoda will slot it down low, though, and get the first goal for
And this is the thing about they lull you into thinking that they're just defensive, when out of nowhere, here comes Trutsky, beats past all 3, and Nola Flight's got no one to stop Sonoda. That's the thing that's scary about They may be a defensive roster, but my goodness, that defense does trick you into thinking that they're going to be a lot easier than they actually are. This is a team that's at the top of the league for a reason. This is a team that swept Turtle Island Esports last week for a reason. This is a team that has insane defense that is tough to break through. And then out of nowhere, they'll bring you the offense, and you aren't prepared for it. This is a team that's going to surprise a lot of people, and it's already surprised Nola Flight already in this game, as here comes Masha looking for the net. Bosco, who's got to be careful. Sonoda was looking for that bump, and are still pushing up, maybe looking for a second goal. 1 goal, though, could be enough for them to take the win. That's how strong their defense is.
And still, Trutsky tries to follow up with that shot, just a near miss on the aerial. Instead, we'll follow up with a bump on Panda. Can't really get that ball center. Sonoda's a bit too far out for the passing play. But again, they have the lead. They don't really need to do too much. You just need 1 goal to take the first match off the hands of No Flight and Ghost White. Instead, Trutsky drops it down. Sonoda with the well-timed demo will clear the way for Trutsky to find the second goal for the squad.
And, I mean, Cole, you might be more right than I thought you were. Are definitely controlling this game, and it's Sonoda. You said, hey, watch out for Sonoda. Watch out for his shooting. Well, he hasn't had to shoot at all this game. He's been doing literally everything else on offense.
And it's my favorite kind of play style where even if you lose control of the ball, if your teammate picks it up right behind you, you know where your next target is. It's whoever is on that back line. And if you can just put some kind of pressure, ideally removing them from the field, it makes it that much better and much easier for your squad to score. And while that might not show up on your stat sheet, your squad knows exactly what you did and they love you for it. And that's the best way to appreciate them. Meanwhile, double demo by Ghost White will clear the front of the field of but still not fast enough, not with enough speed to clear out the ball. Unfortunately, Sonoda is going to get another demo. Bosco's last one back on net, able to carry it out to the corner, and they will find a moment to breathe for Ghost White. Maybe with a little bit more speed. Bosco, no boost. Gets a 50 up high, and it will be blown away.
And that's been an issue for Nola Flight. All these players have been running on some pretty low boost rolls on defense. It's pretty natural at this level to not have a lot of boost backfield as Sonoda. Oh my goodness, that is... I can't believe he's getting those dribbles in those kind of positions. And again, reminder, this is Champ 1, Champ 3 gameplay. Sonoda is going for air dribbles at about anywhere he can, and now forcing it through to the back wall. Sonoda becoming kind of public enemy number 1 here for Nola Flight. He is just playing exceptionally well. He's not just bringing the offense, he's doing a lot of the things off the ball. They're just so strong, but... well, maybe he's got to do some things on the ball, because he's doing that well, too. Goal number 3, our goal, it looks like they're going to be taking game 1 with that shot.
What a chance to clear out with a demo. Just sets it up, and both the last 2 defenders from Ghost White were already pushed up. They were already out of position. And with Bosco removed from the back line, just makes it that much easier. Again, this is a story of, controlling the tempo, training their opponents to be aware of when they're going to come in for a demo, because at some point they're going to focus on dodging the demo more than clearing and protecting their net. And that's going to go against him, and that's going to cost him another match. With 8 seconds left to go, there's not a lot of hope for Ghost White as Mazda, ooh, just a bit off target. Trutsky sails right past. Sonoda, one more goal, a little bit too high. Maybe, just maybe. But yeah, we'll take game 1 in the series.
And I'm impressed by this start. Yeah, did not look amazing last week against Total Island. We had that on the stream. It was a match that was rough around the edges. Sure, they swept. It was not a pretty sweep. But this is a really promising start for them in this series. Instead of, having those issues with defense, having those issues with the rotations, this is a roster that's actually working together a lot better than I thought they would. Sonoda specifically, if he continues doing what he's doing, this team should have no issue making life miserable for Nola Flight.
Yeah, and right now, Nola Flight, they need to sit down, have this conversation between matches, and figure out how they're going to avoid the demos, how they're going to avoid the bumps, and more importantly, how are they going to keep the ball away from, long enough to mount an offense, because they barely had any offense going into that first match. I think only 2 shots showed up, and they were not very powerful shots. They were not very optimized goals. It was a very easy block for to get in the way and take that ball immediately back over to the orange side and start looking to score. As we go into game 2, though, can keep up this offense as Masha, just sends it off the backboard instead. That's going to give it right back. And they're going to scrum for position on the side, seeing who blinks first in match 2.
As Bosco off the corner, Sonoda got beat there, and now Trotsky's going to bump Masha. Having to wait back, but this is what Masha is kind of known for. She's not a very mechanical player. Again, this is not a mechanical team. They have good mechanics, Sonoda specifically, and Trotsky also just have really strong mechanics, but you're going to see this team. They don't try to do that too often. They're trying to work as a unit, and a lot of what it kind of relies on is Masha not overcommitting. You're going to see her a lot. She's going to play that defensive last player back role. She's not going to do anything too crazy. Her job is just to make sure her team keeps on offense, because she knows that if the team is on offense, Trotsky and Sonoda will do the rest. They'll get the goals. She can just kind of fill in where needed. As now here she goes. Touch up field, Sonoda. Oh, he left. He should have maybe gone for that instead. Well, instead, go for that bump on Panda. Now Undying Breath. The clear away. Maybe double tap for Undying. In front for Bosco. That one not on. It's a follow-up's going to be too slow. And Masha Potatoes will clear it out. Yeah, survive on defense.
Yeah, just not able to find a moment to breathe. Bosco, a little bit of panic in the eyes as they jumped up high, but Masha, just can't bring it a little bit too low for that one. Instead, hit the height requirement for the goal to knock it away. Now Trutsky tries to slam it down, and I want to bring it back to Panda's going to get a breakaway goal here. First goal for Nola Flight on a very nice 50 here. Panda just not giving up on the play. Will find the first goal for the team, and maybe that'll start a scoring run for them.
And that's what you gotta do to take down, you have to force Masha to overcommit. If she starts overcommitting, that's when you find those breakthroughs. And she's not an easy player to make commit either. You really gotta bait her in, and that's not an easy thing. As I mentioned again, you saw it. She was going for that challenge. Had he gone for it and tried to go and just, win for it with his muscle, I don't think he's going to take that challenge so cleanly. Instead, it's a smart, intelligent play from Panda to know that, hey, Masha's challenging, and I can get the dunk instead. And now down by a goal. Their first goal given up this series, but they might be very quickly trying to put it back, Undying. Off the back wall, Sonoda, and taking their time, trying to let players jump at them. Now a bump from Sonoda. Trotsky, not on target, but it's sent it infield. This one, Sonoda just hit it away. He didn't like that chance. He'll look for another one for but he's ran out of boost. He can only manage to get that dunk, and for this offense is kind of fall to a screeching halt as there's not enough team cohesion at this point.
Yeah, right now Sonoda is just starved for boost in the moment, just barely able to get that 100 out of the corner. Trutsky in the meantime challenging for a 50. We got a rule one in the corner between Panda and Trutsky. You got to respect it. But Bosco and Undying Breath, now the only two. Bosco's trying to set up a fake of a pass to Undying Breath. Can't really get that clearance. I want to go back to that point earlier about low mechanics. Mashta has to get there quickly, able to save. Just low mechanics, no need to really force anything fancy. Try to set each other up for success off of game sense and positioning. And again, that's going to be a huge difference. And if they can control their boost, if they can control their speed, they might be able to take this lead right back.
And ironically, of all people to go against in a 2v2, you got Sonoda, who we've already seen how he can play, and Masha Potatoes, who did win Skyward Series 2v2s in the Challenger Season League last season. So, of all people to go against in twos, it is against these two, and that's a tough battle here for Nola Flight, but they're making it look very competitive, and I'll give it to them. they're playing very well. They're getting offense. They're making Yeah challenge, although Yeah has won most of those challenges. Really, all they need to do is just get an opening here. As the one just right to the corner. Still a headlock. In front is a miss from Undying. Bosco's going to clear it away. Masha, next up, off the sidewall. Maybe looking for Sonoda to jump, but he's going to back up away from it. The, pressure from Yeah has kind of subsided here without Trudsky. And really, they just need to make sure they get this 2v2 to work in their favor. A lot of it's going to come down to, well, how are they going to beat us? Oh, no, wait a second. No, there's no way.
No way.
There's no way. There's no way we've done it. There's no way it's happened again. There's no way it happens again. Now, Masha and Bosco on 1-4, and this is not a good position for Masha. She might be good at twos. Her freeze is not as strong, and yet she might actually still score. This one rolling in front. It's going to go in front of that. Will Bosco get back? He will. He saved it. Masha jumped. It's open for Bosco. He's ran out of boost. So has Masha, but she'll get there first, and 40 seconds left. All Nullify have to do is just let this one take as long as they need to. And they can take this game. Bosco bumps. Can he beat it? Can he get it? Oh, he's missed. Yeah, maybe a chance for Masha, and this is just the most painful ones I've ever watched. This is slow gameplay, not enough boost for either player. Who's going to take it? Masha needs to start to get a bit of panic here because time's running out, and Bosco's not going to let her get it easy.
I love this way that Bosco's playing right now. You don't need to score. You don't need to do anything. Just prevent them from scoring. Prevent Masha from scoring, and you will take game 2 fairly easily. I still cannot believe we have a... What?
Wait a second.
Masha, you made a mistake. There's no way.
That is the most Masha play I've ever seen. I know, I've known her for a while. That is the most Masha thing I've ever seen. I'm not even joking. Oh my goodness.
From a 3s match to a 2v2, and within the last minute, a 1v1. I hate it here, says Masha. And the pain is felt throughout the pitch. Everyone is hurting. But what a very entertaining last 2 minutes. But credit to Nola Flight Ghost White. They played that very well. They had the one goal, and then they just played for time for as long as humanly possible, holding onto that ball until the very end.
So that's the thing about, this is a team that when they have the lead, they're tough to break. But when they don't have the lead, they start to panic. And you noticed the big issue with that really defines if they can win a game or not is their shooting accuracy. Do they have it? Do they not? If they do, they win. If they don't, they don't. They don't win. And that's kind of the difference maker. And again, it's up to Nola Flight to make sure that those shots stay out and they pressure them enough. We're going into game 3. We're going to go back to 3v3s. I know it's been a little while since we've been here. And the real question again is going to be, can Yaz shooting maybe improve a little bit? Because that accuracy really hurt them last game.
Well, I'll tell you who's accurate in the moment. It is Panda Kachow across the goal. And just a bit of a mishap here. Masha jumps up for the ball, doesn't win out in the 50, and Sonoda's just a bit slow to get back. Probably anticipated Masha to win the 50, but goes right past him. Easy first goal for Nola Flight. I think they're feeling themselves in the moment, and it's about to start heating up as they start looking for a second goal off of kickoff. Masha with the save. Trudsky gets in the way, sends it upfield to Masha. Masha looking for a piece, cannot find the ball. Instead, finds nothing but wheels on the ground.
Nola Flight, I think this is a team that's starting to try to pick up that pace intentionally. They're trying to play fast. They're trying to outpace it's not a fast team. They're a consistent team. They're not a fast team. You can outpace Although here comes back the other way. Oh, but Bosco has to avoid the bump and get that save. He does it there. Great defense from Nola Flight to keep that 1-goal lead because, we're chasing them down. And, man, if Bosco doesn't get there, that's open, that's in, and that's over. Oh, but Sonoda's taking it. Was that a fake? Sonoda down the field, and the ball just falls in the back of the net for him.
Sonoda showing up and just showing out in the moment. That's probably the most mechanical I've ever seen. Score so far. Again, that fake, that drive to just pull your defense out and force them to realize the mistake they made as they watch you drive that ball into the net without touching it a second time. Great work from Sonoda, and now they have it tied back up. So this puts in a more favorable position. They just have to play smart. They have to play defensively. Masha, big boom off the woodwork. Can't find a second touch. Instead, Sonoda will clean it up off the pass from Masha.
Yeah, and Masha's going to be very thankful Sonoda scored this because that is an open net miss you don't want to ever make. Masha, I'm sure she'll just say it's a fake. But obviously you can tell she whiffed there. Sonoda, though, been happening. Ironically, some of these weird misplays from have actually worked for them. That miss from Masha forced the defender to jump. They thought that Masha was going to shoot that on target. They tried to pre-jump it. When they noticed, wait a second, Sonoda's the one who's shooting this. Well, they had to get to the ground and just couldn't get to the ground fast enough. As there goes Masha. Almost had that. That one could have been on target. Bosco will save. And Nola fights, looking just to put some long shots on. Trudsky, beat by Undying. Panda, jumping. He's actually missed it completely. Here comes Bosco, but Trudsky's going to have that save. And yeah, looking to just get this ball out. This is not a situation they want to be in. They're only up by 1. They want it to be a couple more than that. Nola Fight aren't going to make this easy for them. We've seen just how much they have to fight for every single goal, just how creative they have to be for every single play. And Nola Flights, I mean, while Sonoda might be able to, have taken them down twice, Nola Fight still have so many weapons on this field that you have to be conscious of.
Yeah, right now it's only Sonoda who's been able to score. Masha was able to help out in the long run, set up that no mistakes, only fakes style of play. But now with Trudsky missing the ball, oh my goodness, Masha once again coming in clutch on that save will buy some time for the squad to regroup on the back line. Right now, is just looking for a few more options. They need a little bit more help, because if I was Nola Flight, I would just shut down Sonoda every chance I get. I would go in for bumps, demos, get rid of him immediately just to close off that option from the field. Unfortunately, coming for a ceiling shot, I don't think that's going to go down anytime soon.
Yeah, the problem is, you say you shut down Sonoda, but like, you can say that about a lot of players in this league, and you know what's so good about those players? They still find a way. Like, a lot of those top players just find a way, even though they know they're the target, even though everybody knows that they have to stop that player specifically, they still find a way to just make it happen. Yeah, again, running on the kind of the momentum from Sonoda, and look at him, he's already going for another chance. That one's blocked by Undying Breath. Sonoda, ooh, and Masha wasn't ready. They didn't communicate that one properly. But here goes Trudsky, trying to get through, but it's Panda to send it out. Sonoda waiting back, and some great patience there from Sonoda. Catches Panda, overcommit to that 50, and look at this, he's just got control. Now he's got a dribble. Sonoda bumped Masha, looking for a bump as well, but Panda will send it away. Nola Flights, I mean, there's a lot of pressure on them. They still got the chance, and Trudsky pre-jumped it. Oh, he'll be very thankful that wasn't on, because Trudsky was not in the right position.
Undying Breath steps away. Bosco tries to lock it down, but Trudsky's already in the path of no matter where Bosco was going to shoot, Trudsky was going to be in the way in that moment. And one thing I'm finding fascinating right now is Masha has been playing upfield far more often. We've seen Trudsky actually sitting in the back for a majority of this game, kind of changing up the formula, giving other players a chance, and more importantly, trying to switch out the expectations of Nola Flight Ghost White, in order to just force them to try different strategies. But right now, Sonoda still being aggressive, still forcing the ball forward. Panda's going to get a demo in the background, forcing Trudsky to have to fight for the ball in mid lane. Sonoda fires. Undying Breath will clear it out and buy some time in the corner.
I mean, that's one thing I can't fault, about. It's one thing I have to give him credit for. This is a team that has no problem with experimentation in the middle of their matches. This is a 4-person roster in this Ascension Cup. If Poop Soup was here, that's their 4th player, they would 100% be subbing him in, in a lot of these games, just seeing how he would play today. And one of the things I have to say, I have no problem with doing is making adjustments. Obviously, though, Poop Soup isn't here, and neither, I think, is 86, their coach, and, well, I mean, they're still looking just fine, as only a 1-goal lead, though. They've got to play good defense. Masha sent away. Now a chance to 50, but Panda will beat that. Trudsky challenges. Final 10 seconds. All he had to do is let this one hit the ground at 0, and they'll be in match point. Sonoda midfield. Trudsky to end it, and that will do it. Game 3 will go to They're up 2-1 now, and Game 4, they have a chance to take the series right there.
I love Trudsky just second guesses himself, says, wait, hold on, let me just sit here for half a second, then I'll backflip at the right time, just to set up for that assist and get that second goal, that third goal, I apologize for, but 2-goal difference will be the nail in the coffin, and are currently on match point. Again, changing up the strategy, changing up the tempo, and adapting against Nola Flight Ghost White. Do you think we're going to have another trade-off where Ghost White wins out in the end on the next match?
I could 100% see it. I mean, knowing how, knowing that the shooting consistency has been hit or miss at times, if they have another one of those performances, and if Nola Fight can kind of pick up the shooting a little bit, if they can get themselves to offense a little bit more, because they only have 3 shots this game, but it's compared to 6 of and I do think that if Yeah's shooting starts to suffer a little bit, as it can, I do see Nola Fight taking Game 4. I could 100% see it happening.
You know, it'd actually be even more wild if we had another double rule one situation and then the game went down to a 1v1 situation.
Just have a 1v1 in overtime. Why not? That sounds like a good way to
Yeah,
decide things.
that's a great way to decide things, I think.
I don't think EA would like that. I don't think any of them are 1v1 players, but to be fair, I would love to see it. Me as a guy who loves ones, wouldn't mind seeing that every once in a while.
I'm inclined to agree. In fact, now I'm also thinking about what about the worst case scenario where all 6 players on the field are stuck in a 1v1 and we just have to let the ball roll and see what happens from there. That would be even the most fascinating to see, in my opinion.
We'll see how that will work as here comes Sonoda. Yeah, when he gets offense early, Sonoda almost got that near angle shot. Tretzky back post, couldn't reach it. But yeah, got really close to that one. El Masha missing there. Sonoda challenged on Bosco, but look at this low 50, and now just 2 left. Oh, but that touch from Bosco needed to be better. Straight to Truskin. In fact, he's now put it straight in his own nets. Bosco, no! What in the world happened to him? Absolute meltdown from Bosco. Nola Flight Ghost Light are now losing by 1.
You can see right when he flips, Bosco is just on the wrong side of the ball. Left side of the ball, flips right, tries to kick it out to the corner, but instead just gives it a little bit more pop to help it roll into the net. And that has to be frustrating. Just a bit of panic as you were going back to your net to protect the goal. And now, once again, are currently in the lead. And you've said it before. You've said it multiple times. They are comfortable when they are in the lead. They can control the pace. This is where they want to be. And this is when Nola Flight will start making mistakes and possibly lead to more goals for
Well, the thing about is, will they want to commit to those plays? Will they want to? Because last game they didn't want to. Last game, they were perfectly content sitting back, keeping that 1 goal lead. Maybe they did get a second goal, but they more rather just sat back and let the play come to them. I don't know if we're going to see more of that. Right now, we aren't seeing more of that, though, as here comes Masha with a dunk. Off the corner, Bosco. Yeah, waiting back, but here comes Sonoda. He's been the scariest player all series long, no doubt, for Nola Flight. And Trotsky looking for the bump is him. Oh, but nobody there. Sonoda was looking for the bump, but all he could do was bump the ghost in front of the goal. That is Trotsky to score. And yeah, can't believe their eyes. It was way too easy for them.
Yeah, Panda in that moment saw Sonoda coming up on him, panic, booms the ball, but that just ends up being an easy pass for Tretzky to send it screaming back into the orange goal. And now it's 2-0 lead with Sonoda with 2 assists on this one, instead sharing the love around. And Mashta looking for the third, carries it from half court all the way into the net, gets their first goal of the match as well.
And she may not be known for her mechanics, but she can definitely put on some surprising shots from time to time. And that is just perfectly under the bar and in. Yeah, make it free. And we did get some follows coming in earlier here from Undying Breath and Tidal RL. Thank you for the follows, guys. Welcome in. We're game 4 of a series between and Nola Flight Ghost White. Currently at 1-0 in their season, and this is again a 6-week season with 7 matches in it. Nola Flight 0-1, and Nola Flight, they've had a tough start to their season, and man, it feels like things could get a lot tougher for them.
Yeah, it feels like they aren't really meshing well. They aren't finding these passing lanes that they really want, and aren't really able to control the ball. I'm seeing a lot of booming plays. Panda in that moment has to boom because Masha was charging in at him. But again, not a lot of control coming from Nola Flight, not a lot of just helping each other out, except Undying Breath and Bosco. Undying Breath will take a solo play, just pops up high over the last defender. They cannot find the altitude in that moment.
And that's an awkward play for Masha. I mean, what does she do there? Does she challenge? Does she not? Because if she does challenge, that's what happens. If she doesn't, well, then she's not really helping her teammates in any way. It's a tough play. She just has to hope that she can somehow get that chance and win it. For now, they're across Sonoda, looking for the corner. This one rolling around. It's Panda with the touch on it. He just didn't get that clear at all. Undying Breath will. Masha back upfield. Trotsky waiting. He doesn't get the touch. Bouncing in front. Bosco has it, but it's going to Sonoda. That one's pinched. Still in front. Undying's miss. Net is looking open, but Bosco will get there. And yeah, I mean, Masha was staring down that net. She was ready for it. And it was a big clutch moment from Bosco to keep it out as now Sonoda bumping multiple players. He's going to demo Undying too. And yeah, I mean, they've turned to demos a lot more in this game to really remove Nola Flight, literally, from the equation.
At this point, I would consider it to just be a mental game, just a temperature check to keep Nola Flight down, keep them cold and unsure of when they can score, because except for this moment where they have a breakaway opportunity, Trotsky gets in the way. Undying Breath just can't catch up to the ball in that moment. Not a lot of help. Panda fires towards the backboard, but again, not able to set each other up, not able to knock it down and find these passing lanes that so far Yaz has done a fantastic job of doing so, minus Masha's one sniper shot from the half court. But as we count down, Tretzky's going to set up a pass. Can't control the ball in the moment. Masha, solo play. Can't carry it up high. Trutsky, last one back. Fortunate break. Big boom off to the side. We'll go for a centering play. Panda, last one back. Has to get in the way for the save. And again, they're able to dodge a bullet, but it's a minute left. I don't think Nola Flight's going to be able to keep pace right now.
Yeah, and the scary thing is it's not because of raw speed. Raw speed, they're winning. But yeah, the way they're winning is because they're controlling. And oh my, Sonoda! Oh no way he's done that! Cross map, flip resets! Sonoda, he's had the mechanics, but that is one of a kind!
No, you can't do that to them. They got families. They got people that love them. You gotta leave them. Oh my god. 3-goal lead now, 4. Yeah. And I think they're showing this team whose game it truly is, because Nola Flight has yet to find a response ever since match 2, where they had to force a 1v1 in order to hold out to the end. But now, ball coming down, Undying Breath, passes to Panda. Panda sends it in corner pocket, even with the touch by the defender, will bring it back to a 2-goal game. 32 seconds left to go for Nola Flight.
And Nola Flight, there's still hope for them. 32 seconds, they get a goal, and maybe that's what they need. They need to play desperate. They need to take chances. They need to challenge aggressive. There's no other way they're going to be able to take down Yeah. They've got to do it here. They've got to do it now. Time in the final 30 seconds. It's running out. Every second matters to Nola Flight at this point. Every little touch, every little play. They need to get a goal soon, and less their chances of winning the series are over. Cleared away. Demo in the backfield. Panda with it. Bosco. Another demo. But Bosco's shot is gone wide, and Yeah, looking just to end time. Double commit. Undying Breath off the corner. Sonoda challenged aggressively, and that will be it. Time has run out. Yeah, have taken the series. They're 2-0, and for Nola Flight, one of the top teams in this league, their season has now started 0-2. How much worse can it get for them? They've got to turn things around soon. But today is just not their day.
They just weren't able to adapt to the way Yeah was playing. So Noda especially just pulled out mechanics, pulled out such well-tuned finesse with card control and ball control. Trutsky especially just coming in unexpectedly. Masha as well set up on defense for the very first match and then shifted that momentum to match 3, playing forward, playing aggressively, just bringing it out in the end for Yeah. And I just think Nola Flight Ghost White could not really adapt in the moment. They couldn't really figure it out in the long run.
Yeah, we'll totally take that. Again, it's a strong performance for a team that didn't have the offense last week, but definitely does this week. What a strong performance from them. And as we are going to set up an interview with them, because of course we're going to get an interview with these players, why not? And again, I should tell you all on the next series, X35 Team Not Found, Hunter X35 Quantum. Wow, that's going to be an insane matchup. As again, we're going to set up for the interview here. Cole, I mean, just any last things you want to say before we kind of go in? Any last kind of remarks?
I truly do love how Yeah, which is a team, in my opinion, was very defensive, but in that last 45 seconds, once Nola Flight scored another goal, they became more aggressive. They started getting more demos. Panda started getting involved more often. And yet, I wish they did that sooner. I wish they were that aggressive early on, because that would have probably made the difference of whether Yeah won by 2 or if they were fighting it out to have a 1-goal lead.
Well, we'll go in for that interview here.
Did I miss everything?
There.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I see that, again, the three of you are here. Hello, Masha, Sonoda, Tretzky. Another win. This one, again, a much tougher battle here against Nola Flight Ghost White. But Masha, it's a 2-0 season. A perfect, an almost perfect start, I should say, because you did lose one game. I mean, can you just tell me about how you're feeling, how this team is feeling overall?
We're feeling pretty good. You know, it was a good vibe throughout the game. We were all just laughing, especially after a couple of games. So, really good.
Yeah. And with that, so that match 2 occasion, I have to ask, how often do all of you play ones?
Ooh.
I was just saying,
I feel like that answers my question.
Played like 4 of them yesterday.
So Is your answer? See, I know them pretty well. I know they don't play ones. I know they all play. I know they play twos, not ones though. Yeah, I know this team well enough, I guess. As yeah, what an interesting situation that was in game two. You couldn't take it. Yeah, you know, it was tough. But, you know, that game two was one that kind of would have been disappointing. But as you said, you kind of laughed it off. Sonoda. I mean, you yourself, I'm sure, kind of it was a tragic, you know, to watch, you know, the game end like that, seeing that 0-second miss right in front of you, right in front of kind of your, you know, your car, and watching that game go away. Obviously, you laughed it off. But can you tell me kind of about what you guys kind of did? Because it did seem like you still made adjustments even for game three. Can you tell me about what you talked about between those games?
Well, just kind of like you said, we just laughed it off. It was pretty unfortunate, and honestly, the fact that we got into a double row one made it even better. So just came into game three, cool, level-headed, and just played our game.
And so going into the entire series so far, y'all are of course 2-0. With the next match coming up, what are some more adjustments that y'all are going to work on between this time now and then your next match that will be set up next week?
Oh, it's gonna be Milky Militia that they play against. So that's gonna be a fun one. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's another 2-0 team. So I want to hear this.
yeah, what are y'all's adjustments and plan going into next week, and what are you going to work on throughout this entire weekend?
It looks like we're gonna work on 1v1s.
Yeah, who knows? You gotta be prepared for everything, I guess. When it comes to the Ascension Cup, I did not think we would see it, and yet here we are. We get to see a double headlock in one game. I've never seen that before. I've seen it happen with one player, and where they hold it for a really long time. Never two players for that long, and yet here we are. Well, again, I've been doing this kind of commentary for like 2 years now, so I guess it was about to happen at some point. As obviously Trudsky got to mention a little bit. He got practice on ones, but more realistically, again, Milky Militia of us, is there, you know, anything you want to mention about? Because this is a team that is 2-0, a team that has swept both of their opponents in the last 2 weeks, including alpha females, I believe. Sorry, no, they are actually 6-1. They beat Nola Flight. It's alpha females who lost to Evolve. Different org entirely. I can't believe I said that. Milky Militia, though, they just sweep Turtle Island. They beat Nola Flight 3-1. So they have the same record you have as against the same teams that you have. You know, anything you want to say about that match, Trudsky, against a Milky Militia team that is looking very, very good?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be an exciting match for us to prepare. We're just going to keep putting some time under our belt, practice as a team, get used to each other's play styles a little bit more, and working on some comms, making sure those are tip top and be ready.
Well, Cole, do you want to ask, like, you know, you ask any one of these three players any more questions?
I guess with the mentality, and just for folks who are unfamiliar with your squad as well, how long have all you played together? Has it just been this one season? Have you just gotten together just for this cup specifically, or have you met each other across multiple organizations and worked together and played before? Because I know Sporty mentioned, Masha, that you won in the Los Champs 2s.
Nope, Skyward 2s.
Skyward Series 2s, I apologize. There's a lot of organizations out there. But
there's a lot of leagues, yes.
But in Challenger Series 2s, have y'all been playing together for a while in the same organization, or is this the first time we're going to have this combination of all three of you working together?
It's basically, we've all played together sporadically. I think our team is made out of like all friends that have played together. Sonoda's probably the newest income, you know, our money bank over there, our shooter. So we're all trying to kind of mesh together as friends and then as like competitive in this tournament, you call it?
Yes, this is a tournament. I think you can trust me when I say it's a tournament. I'm a director, so I would know how to name it. Sonoda liked that one. All right, Sonoda. I didn't think it was that funny, and yet here he comes laughing at it as if it's the best joke in the world. I obviously know you're having a pretty good time. I'm sure that flip reset probably is also one of the reasons why you're so happy here, as well as that could be like goal of the week worthy. That is insane. Insane. Seriously, might need to submit that with 50 and tell him to put that on the Twitter somewhere, or who knows, because that was incredible. As congratulations on your win of 3-1. But before you go, yeah, we always do it. We're gonna have a little shout out section, so let's go down the line. Let's start with Trudsky.
Same as last week, I think. Shouting out the squad, AT6 for coaching us. He gave us a little bit of notes before the the match started tonight for some stuff to work on while we were practicing. So definitely appreciate that. It helped.
Of course, now we'll move on to Sonoda.
Yeah, Sam Shutsky, W Coach 86 and W Team.
And of course, we'll end things off with Mashed Potatoes. Masha, any last things you want to say? Any shoutouts, any final messages?
I want to say thank you to you guys, Cold Brew, and then Sporty. You guys really appreciate you guys taking on today. And then shout out to Poop. He can't make it here. He went down to the States from Canada, so hope he has a good trip. And then thanks AT6 for being here and supporting us. And that's it.
Again, you're welcome. Congratulations on you win here. Yeah, a 3-1 victory. What a night for you guys again. Congratulations. It's nice to see you all again, and good luck next week when you play at Milky Militia.
You too, Sporty.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sparty.
Thank you.
Oh, Cole,
Watch that
How's-
game. It's all good. They're here in the VOD.
they're here in the VOD, of course. Again, what a... Oh, sorry, did I pull you away from a conversation? I feel so bad now.
No, you're good.
But again, again, that was an incredible series. I know that will end your time here on this stream, though. Is there anything you want to say? Any final messages? Any shoutouts that you have, or just like any last words, I guess, for the stream, because you won't be here for that next series coming up.
The 100x35 organization battle is going to be fascinating, and whichever one wins should be allowed to run the organization for the next week.
What's ironic is Thrifty would be the kind of guy to hear that and totally do it. He runs the org, by the way. He also runs ATS. He would be the kind of guy to do that. Not even joking.
Perfect. But no, thank you so much, Sporty, for having me on this stream. I was very happy to be able to join you for a cast because we've both been in the similar circles and get to work together in various organizations. But I think this is one of the few times where it's just like you and I get to work together, and this has been a lot of fun and very informative experience for me too, because it shows me what I can do to improve my own work as well and continue to build up upon it in the same way that you have done so much great work for a lot of these different teams across a multitude of organizations. So thank you so much, Sporty. Huge shout outs to you for letting me come on here.
Of course. Thank you so much for joining as well, Cole. And again, if you guys don't know what our next match is, well, first of all, you probably should be turning your ears on. Here it is, 135 team not found. That sounds really rude, actually, now that I said it like that. I didn't mean it like that, guys, I promise. Again, our next match will be 135 team not found Hercs. 35 Quantum, the new Quantum, taking on an old classic in Team Not Found. Be careful because this series is going to be insane. We'll see you guys after this quick intermission. Hello everyone, welcome back. And as I said, it is just me now, so... And what an interesting time to be here. But yeah, our next series will be an interesting one. It's going to be 100x35, Team Not Found, 100x35, Quantum. A best of 5 and LOS champs. As Team Not Found are 3-2 and Quantum are 4-1. I don't know if these teams have ever met each other before, but yeah, this is part of Division 2. There are 9 teams in this tournament. These are the only two from 100x35, and they get to play against each other. Again, I don't know if these teams have ever played each other in the season. I don't think they have. No, I don't think they have. Again, these guys had a very successful season. At least the 135 Quantum have. This is actually a very similar team than the old Quantum that we haven't seen. The only difference, obviously, is that, well, Junior Diaz, which was their star, young gun, isn't here anymore. He isn't on that team anymore. They've since gone without him, so that works as, they have not actually played each other yet this season. Gonna make this for some interesting action, some interesting drama, I guess. Again, we're gonna make sure we get the info out for these players and get you on that prediction poll as soon as possible. Again, what a series this will be. A best of 5. And again, both these teams, with the records they have, they'll make the playoffs, that's for sure. They just, want to see what seed they can make it. Not easy to make it far into the West Champs playoffs because it is all single elimination. Yeah, you want to get yourself a good early seed just so that you're in a strong position. See how they play here as Prediction Poll is now live. Again, 3-2 team versus a 4 and I believe 1 team. Yeah. As I've actually had to link the wrong post, I've got to make sure I redo my Twitter post. Because that's incorrect. I've accidentally linked the wrong poster board. Whoopsies. Let me make sure it's the right post here. There we go. And I've been having some issues today with my posts on Twitter. I've been posting the wrong stuff. Again, I'm happy that you all are just kind of sticking with me here and watching as I do whatever in the world I'm doing. But again, what it's been so far is our last best of 5 of the night. We did have one earlier. Again, we just saw, take down Nullified Ghost White in a 3-1 victory. Now we get to see a 35 battle. These are some pretty high ranked teams. I think these are both like GC2 level. Around that amount. They actually could be even higher ranked. It might be GC3. Quantum could be GC3 again. This is a roster of Chrono, Blump, Stitch. These guys have been, again, Chrono and Blump have been teammates for a very long time. They're both pretty high ranked players. This is not, and they're going up against a team Not Found who are pretty well known for their passing plays, and Quantum, more mechanical, more general. This is a team that's just going to try to generally outplay you everywhere. See how that works for them. An interesting style. It's an interesting kind of idea, and it's one that they've done with pretty well. This is one team has, hello Striffy, how you doing in chat? I see you in chat. Hello Striffy. Yes, I do read chat. I do read chat, Striffy. I probably didn't read it quickly, but Team Not Found are SSL. They're SSL now? I didn't think they were SSL. Really? That would explain why they're in tier 2. My goodness. I don't think they're SSL though. Last time I remember, they're GC2. SSL to me. Well, Striffy, that's because you're like GC1, man. That's like you're like GC1, Striffy. You're actually pretty solid, Striffy. You're fine. Says you 3K MMR yesterday. I hear you, man. Yeah, no wonder they wanted you on the team so badly. Frankly, I'm sure there's people who've actually gotten pretty close to 3K in 2s. Again, we're going to try to get these guys in as soon as possible. This series going. You're GC2, Striffy? Alright. You're not lower ranked than these guys by much, if anything. What do you mean, Striffy? You're not lower ranked by much. Don't discredit yourself. You're solid. Although I haven't seen you in a while. Hopefully you're on a team. If you're on a team right now, Striffy, I'd love to see you on stream at some point in the future. But again, we'll get this thing started very soon. It's our last series of the night. A pretty nice Friday evening for me. Almost at afternoon. It's definitely not afternoon. Be on my level one day, Striffy. You don't play anymore, Striffy? I get that, man. I haven't been playing this game all that much in I don't know how long. I get it, but to be fair, I have a reason to do it. Want to be like me, or you want to be like Stitch? Striffy, if you want to be like me, you can just ask. I actually could invite people to stream. I don't mind inviting like players as co-casters, but this series, no, obviously not. But we'll see how things work out. This should be a pretty fun match. As low in chat as Jay. Hello, Jay. Good luck in your series tonight. You're watching, Jay? Oh, it's Krios playing. Krios is playing? Or what? Jay, I don't remember the last time Krios played for Team Not Found. But again, Jay, Krios is that sub. I know for Quantum, they don't have one. That'll be an interesting situation to be in. He subbed himself? I mean, that happens all the time. Actually, there's a lot of teams where their captains don't actually play. They only schedule. Oh, Scotty can't make it. Ah, so you're going to be playing with Krios. That's interesting. Look at the next team Not Found with their sub. So I know I've seen Krios in the past before, but it's been a while since I've last seen him. This will make things interesting. Your sub and the starter? Well, Stitch, you're a starter. There is no sub on your team. Yeah, what's with you guys like downplaying yourself? Be more confident. You're actually playing tonight. If you're not playing, then being, down on yourself is fine, but you're playing. As again, Team Not Found are at a record of 3-2, Quantum at a record of 4-1. It looks like actually everybody's in the lobby. We'll get things started. I get things kind of up and ready to go. Again, what a series. We actually got an update here. Chrono's still in the bathroom. Chrono is in the bathroom, so we'll have to wait on him. But as soon as Chrono's back, we'll be good to go. He's doing it before the series. Happens all the time. As soon as Chrono gets back, we'll get things going. As again, good luck to both of these teams. I'm always happy to see 135, and against another 135 rivalry. Last time we saw it was actually Team Not Found versus Ignite, and that was a Game 7 in the Rocket League Splash Series quarterfinals. Now they get to play against Quantum in a best of 5. This will be interesting. And last time we saw, before that was Perplias versus El Canton. Those are two teams that aren't around anymore, so we've seen a good amount of 135 rivalries, though, against each other. As I don't know what they're doing in chat anymore for these two teams. They're doing something. You'll probably see it. As again, we'll get things started very soon. As again, we'll get things started in just a moment or two. As soon as Chrono is back. We'll wait until Chrono's back, because Chrono obviously has to get back. This is the last match of the night. You gonna catch one of my league games? Well, Striffy, good thing you asked. I have mine tomorrow. Tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern. Pay attention to my Twitter, SpottyCRL. But I can tell you the stream right now. It's gonna be Anthony Malum. Anthony Malum on Twitch, who is streaming it. It'll be him and his friend Cabbage casting that match. It'll be my team, 135 Team Evo, taking on Evolve. Skylight for the ATS Ascension Cup. That'll be an exciting series. That will be tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern. Just gotta make sure I get that. And there is... I think Chrono is back, so let's get these guys in. And I'm assuming Chrono has made it back. Or did he? Yes, he did. Okay, I was gonna say Chrono messaged in chat, so he should be here. As let's get this best of 5 going, the final week of the regular season for LOS champs. And at this point, for all these teams, there's only 9 teams left in the tournament anyways for these two, so they are going to make the playoffs no matter what happens, but seeding is important. Also such things as getting buys in that first round, and I'm sure these guys would love to have that. We'll see if it happens here, because the pressure is on these teams to play well. If you're not at a very good record, like Team Not Found, you could potentially have to play that first round, and that could be an early elimination in the playoffs. No one wants to be there. It's single elimination in LOS champs, so seeding does have a huge importance on who you play. Quantum, it's been a 4-1 season. They've only had one loss, and that was a forfeit, so even then, they've had a very successful season. Again, this is the new Quantum, although not really all that new, with only paying, removing Junior Diaz, who used to be kind of the star player for this roster. They've been working very well without him, and again, a lot of what you see from these guys is Chrono's kind of aggressive. Chrono and Blump can both be aggressive, but they're not the most mechanical guys. They're the guys who really do well just keeping pressure. And they have Stitch who can kind of fill in a lot. He's a little more energetic than the rest of than the other two guys on this team, at least from my knowledge. And see how things work, because, again, they added in Stitch, and a lot of people ask, well, how is he going to live up to what Gino Diaz can do? And, well, he has actually done that very well. He's lived up, as his roster, again, has made some adjustments. Quantum, I don't think are nearly as aggressive as they used to be, but they're much more measured in their approach. Team Not Found, very similar. This Team Not Found roster finds each other with passes. Quantum, just based on pressure. Can you remind me of tomorrow in promo? Yeah, I can do that, Striffy. I'll have them. Mind you, don't worry, I'll have it in the promo channel. You guys want to see the matches. Tomorrow is, again, for now, Team Not Found. Getting the offense past to Jay. That's near post. It's gone just wide. Stitch nearly had that one. Here comes Krios. Looking for the back wall. Bouncer. Stitch with a clear, and Team Not Found. Searching for some players on the back wall. Searching for some passes, some assists, some ways to find each other. As Hockey double in. Hockey makes it look so easy. And if there's anybody you don't want to see going for double tap, it would be this guy, Hockey. He's just so consistent at this. And that is just a great double tap at a great position. Max 35, Team Not Found with the early goal. The lead is theirs, at least for now. And then again, with all that pressure they've been mounting, you'd be surprised to hear that, again, that Krios is their sub and not a starter, because the team's been working just fine without him. Sorry, with him, and again, Krios is a strong player. That's the thing about I found. Even Krios, who is that sub, he only really plays as the sub. Even he's still a strong player. He, may not be able to fit into the roster as well as any of the free actual starters do, but he fits in a way that is better than most subs I've seen. Most subs really just are there just for emergencies, but Krios actually can kind of elevate this team in ways. And really, even so, Hockey and Jay work together very well. Jay's just a really good midfield presence. He works in that midfield just perfectly well, and allows his teammates to really be successful around him, and that includes Hockey, who now gets his second. Team Not Found at another. Again, these guys are starting off exceptionally well. Off the back wall from Krios, and then Hockey puts it in the back post. Team Not Found lead by 2, and things are looking very good for this 135 roster of Team Not Found. I really shouldn't say 135, because both are on that same org. As Hockey now. 50. This one pinched off the side, and it's Jay's gonna get to it. Stitch looking in the midfield for Chrono. Quantum want their first of the series. Quantum, I think, was the first team I ever got to see from the 135 esports organization. And man, they've looked good, but Team Not Found are just looking better. Jay's hitting double taps now. And at this point, I mean, is there any stopping the momentum of Team Not Found? I think a lot would argue, no, there really isn't. This is just incredible from them. The pressure, just tough to, compete with here. And again, this is Team Not Found with their sub, and they're just racking goal after goal after goal. Jay's got his second, and Team Not Found have their fourth. I mean, this is just a beatdown at this point for Game 1. Well, I know, again, Team Not Found might win on the aggression. Quantum's got it too. They just have been outplayed this game. Both these rosters know each other, but I don't know if knowing each other makes it this much of a difference. Stitch in the midfield. Chrono doesn't have it. Blump. Oh, and Krios will just dunk him out of the way. Hockey with the clear. Krios. Redirect, and he's got that. Perfect from Krios. Never even hit the ground. That's another goal. The 135 Team Not Found highlight reel for this series. I mean, this is just, again, another incredible shot. And Team Not Found are feeling incredible. They look incredible. Feels fitting into this roster, this rotation so well. And I mean, they're just looking to probably continue this kind of dominance as infield pass to Jay. That's goal 6, and Jay's got his hat trick. Comes off of Hockey, who just wins that, again, gets through that kickoff off of that win, and they find Jay in the midfield. It's just so quick from Team Not Found to get upfield, and really aggressive too. Krios doesn't have a lot of boost, so they've got to trust each other there. They do a little more than just that. They find each other perfectly. Perfect faith in each other. Look at this, I have to kick off again. Here goes Hockey. Dunk on Blump. And Stitch with the clear. Chrono. Krios. Here's this one away as Jay has it off the sidewall. Giving an infield chance, looking for Hockey, but he's missed it. Stitch, blocked by Krios. Jay, back to Krios, and that could be 8, but it's just too slow. Until I found maybe I have another chance. Jay off the corner. It's gonna be Stitch first to it. Sergeant Blump falling in behind. Quantum would love this game just to end at this point. They don't really need to keep playing at this point because this game's already been well decided a while ago, and it's Team Not Found who just look like the much better team at this point. They have the offense, they have the pressure, and Quantum are getting absolutely outplayed. There's another infield pass to Jay. Last not on, bump in front. Kuno wants to clear, but Hockey, he's got a solo attempt. Oh, he fakes the flip reset. Still gets 50. Jay, no shot on it, and Stitch send it out. There's Jay off the sidewall. We get that second touch. Wants maybe a chance to counter-attack. In the final seconds, they could get their chance, but it does bounce wide. Game 1 will end just like that. Team Not Found with a dominant start. Quantum came in ready. They came in as that higher seeded team, and man, Team Not Found are just bringing that aggression. They're bringing their playstyle, and Quantum have not been able to stop it. They know what's coming, and even then, it's impossible to be able to keep Team Not Found off. Game 1, a 6-0. Absolutely ginormous win for Team Not Found. Looking to continue that going into Game 2. With it being 14 shots to 2, no wonder Team Not Found won by so many. 6 goals on one side, 0 on the other. Hockey with 2 goals, 3 assists. Jay with 3 goals. Team Not Found again. Of the 6 goals they got, 5 were assisted. Again, this is a team that relies on passing plays, relies on chemistry. That's how they're going to try to beat anybody they play against, is with that chemistry. Wants them to have a lot to do to try to, keep themselves in this series. It's after Game 1. I don't know if they're in the right headspace because Team Not Found just looked way better. And well, they look for it again in front of the net. Stitch clears it away. Oh, Quantum really needed just 1 goal. Something. They give them the confidence to say, hey, we can beat this team. Because last game, it's pretty tough to get that confidence. Because last game, they didn't even score. They got destroyed 6-0. It's tough to get any sort of confidence from that position. 1 goal early in this game could do it for them. Really kind of change their fortunes and for the better. As Blump. Jay with the clear. Stitch now. Sending it upfield. Krios. 50 by Stitch. Off the corner. It's Hockey trying to find Jay. That goes across. It's Krios. Oh no, sends it wide. Jay though. Sending it right back into the offense. Stitch. Hockey. Krios. Team Not Found. Just running away with this ball and teeing while they're doing it. I mean, this is just a team that's just running laps around Quantum. They aren't getting goals, though, which is an issue for a Team Not Found, but they could set themselves up for those chances. Here they go. Krios and Hockey both jump. Sergeant Blump will clear, and here comes Krona to help him out. Second touch as well. Could keep his team on offense. Now an infield pass to Sergeant Blump, and I like these passing plays from Quantum. You take what Team Not Found are doing, you realize just how well you can do it. You say, well, if they can do it, I can do it too, and well, they're definitely trying their hardest to do it. As now, touch off field. Jay, stopped by Chrono. Rios. Stitch doesn't have it! Oh, what a save from Stitch. Anyways, Hockey had that follow-up shot, and I didn't think Stitch would be able to have time to jump for that in the first place. He has enough to actually get that save as well, as here comes Hockey. Chrono. Keep it wide initially, but in comes Jay. He's looking across for Hockey, but just a little too much time on the ball. And Team Not Found. Well, they're going to have to eye again on offense. Much closer this game. No team in the lead just yet as we're halfway through. It did take last game a little while for Team Not Found to get there first, and I think it's going to take them even longer here. Is this one cleared? Hockey. Jay trying to beat Sergeant Blump, but he doesn't have enough on it. Now Chrono. Jay. Backwards, but Hockey will search for that clear. It's cleared by Jay. Blump, who he's got to be careful because in comes Hockey. He'll keep it out though. It's a escape play for Blump, because that first touch just wasn't what he wanted. It was right in front of him. It was kind of in the path of Team Not Found. Able to get to it in time as Team Not Found gave him that space, trusted him enough, and had faith in that he was going to get a stronger touch than that. Be a clear. Maybe they thought that was what he was going to go for. That Quantum isn't afraid of clearing for clears, but be something that Found have to be prepared for. That's just long shot. Blump didn't have it. Oh, but Chrono's going to get that block, and Quantum are going to be a little bit saved there by some just good, quick thinking from the defense. Now here goes Krios. Try to get a slow one to see if Stitch would jump early, but he didn't. He took his time. He waited for his chance. It's how you play defense, after all. Team Not Found, well, they're definitely getting their fair share of battles as Krios missed. Jay, though, off the back wall. Trying to keep it close. He does find Hockey. Blump doesn't have it. And that's goal 1 for Team Not Found. Almost 4 total minutes of gameplay without a single strike on that goes in the nets. But here comes Hockey. And he gets Blump just a little too slow to get to that back wall in time. X35, Team Not Found with goal 1. Want some, need a response. And Team Not Found, well, they're in the lead, but it's only by 1. They want another. They want another goal just to kind of separate them from Quantum here. Separate them from the team across the field. But Quantum fighting for that tie game. And they are getting desperately close to it, but those Team Not Found with Hockey. Jay following as well. Krios next one up, and they don't have a problem with taking that risk because they can trust in each other to get back in time as Blump, dribble. Krios, he actually 50'd the wrong direction. Team Not Found already, but they're not there in time. There was some team bumps in the corner. Krios and Jay ran into each other. And Chrono will have that net all to himself. Awkward for Team Not Found, but Quantum will have no questions. This game is tied up. That's the scariness of having a 1-goal lead. It can get away from you so quickly, and now it might be the game to lead for them. But they've hit the post, Quantum. That probably would have won them this game. But their shot was off target. And Team Not Found will go the other way. Bouncer. Hockey. On. Stopped by Chrono. Krios. Looking for Jay. In front for Krios. Blumps missed it. Hockey wants the shot on. He got it. It's going low. And with 1 second left, on an X35, Team Not Found have taken the lead again. Hockey. And that's just such a smart shot. He knows that if he puts power on it, good chance he shoots it high. Good chance he shoots it over the net. He goes slow, and it just happens to go under that last defender. And that's it. Game 2 is over. X35, Team Not Found now have match point. Just to think about back to that big miss from Quantum, they had a net in front of them at the end of that game that they could have scored on, and maybe in some ways should have scored on. Yet they weren't able to do it. Team Not Found now. Bringing on the pressure, bringing the game. It's 7 shots to 5 in this game. It's a little more even, and even so, Team Not Found will take it, even if they give up 1 goal to Quantum. Team Not Found are just bringing more offense to the table. You want to talk about just, in terms of quantity, well, there's not more quantity. Well, I mean, 7 shots is more than 5, and last game it was 11 shots is more than 2. Oh, sorry, 7 shots is more than 2, so I would say Team Not Found is winning in quantity as well in this game, and that's why they're really taking down Quantum. Team Not Found bringing in more shots and throwing the game free. All they need to do it is just one more time. They'll sweep Quantum into a 4-2 record. Quantum will have to drop down to a 4-2 record themselves. As here comes Jay. It's already a chance here for Krios. Russian Bump gets back, but offense for Team Not Found. We know how well they can make this happen. As Hockey has the touch and double bump as 2 players from Team Not Found kind of caught in the midfield waiting. And it just... Quantum is getting really aggressive with those bumps at this point. But we haven't seen more of that from them. They tried it. It's something that they're now going to try to implement more and more. And I like that idea, although they need to be careful with it, though, that they don't overcommit. While doing so, that can be a common issue for 25 teams where they overcommit for offense, overcommit for those goals, Quantum and Not Found aren't really the teams to do that, and yet even so, Quantum I think is way more likely to do that. Team Not Found don't generally have a tendency to overcommit. Their playstyle is one that just doesn't allow it as often. Again, the same can even be said about Quantum, who are more defensive than a lot of the older 135 teams, but still, that defense can't hold up for long. Jay in the top right corner. And this again, just Team Not Found is just firing on all cylinders. An early goal. Jay knows exactly where to place it, and that is just perfect accuracy. Team Not Found with the first strike. It's Krios. Back wall. And he's got it! It's goal 2! A miss from Quantum, that's all that Krios needed. And yeah, he was ready, he was prepared for that from Chrono. Went all in for it as Jay's saying, is he going after himself? He is, he's totally going after himself. No, he's going after Hockey! Alright then. I was wondering who he was referring to. He's referring to Hockey here. Although I think that's going to change very soon, because Hockey, he will get involved in the offense one way or another. But here comes Quantum trying to get involved themselves. Krios. Off the sidewall. Blump to the back. Chrono. Drop down. That's just wide of the target. Team Not Found with not a lot of boost. It's a lot of really aggressive challenges from the side. Team Not Found needs to be careful that they don't waste it on defense, because you do need to make consistent 50s, not just one after the other. You got to be able to do it over and over again. Quantum are going to make you do it. As now, Hockey. Stitch off the sidewall, but here goes Hockey again. Quick touch from him. Team Not Found looking for offense. Miss. Krios. Oh, he got bumped, I think, by Stitch. And if not, he was not prepared to take that shot. So he'll look for it off the back wall. Blump will clear. Jay will keep it in offense for a Hockey who doesn't get that dunk on Chrono. Both players are trying to read the other. Instead, Team Not Found still looking. Jay's shot blocked by Stitch, who will look for the nets. That's gone wide and will bounce above the goal. Now Quantum may have overcommitted. Stitch is racing back. And here comes Jay. Looking for Hockey, but it will go wide. And Team Not Found. Again, just trying to mix things in. The only thing they need to make sure they don't do is overcommit. Not make mistakes and continue that pressure. Continue those 50s. They're slowing down the side with them as Chrono. Big save, but Krios with a follow-up. Stitch has missed. It's open for Jay. And he's missed the net completely. That was open for Jay. It's not an easy shot, but it's one you'd expect him to make. The Team Not Found don't have a question, don't have a concern. They're still up by 2. There's no complaints yet from them. That goal right now doesn't have any changes to them. As hello there in chat. Hello Scotty, how you doing? Yeah, your team's doing pretty well with Krios playing instead of you. Up 2-0 in the series against Quantum. Up 2-0 in game 3. This could be the last game of the series as well for them. All they need to do is hold this lead. Maybe get another goal, maybe get a couple saves, and this will be them. But that's Chrono in front. And Quantum will get that one past the defense. I'm looking at on that back wall. Krios and Hockey in the same position. And just Krios is just in no place to challenge there. When you play like that on the back wall, you need to hold possession. He just doesn't do that at all. Team Not Found. They've got to play carefully, although that's a open net for Hockey. If you give him that chance, he's not going to miss. Again, just really lazy from Quantum on those rotations. It's Chrono and Stitch are just not in the right place with each other. It's just surprising for a team like Quantum, who are usually so careful about that stuff. They don't get, bogged down by mechanics. And to see them really fall apart in that rotation is a surprise to me. It does happen to everyone, I guess, at some point. Team Not Found, though, are ones to take advantage, and they almost made it 4 off that 50. Here comes Jay. That's gone wide, but it's open for Hockey, and it's in for Hockey. Team Not Found will make it 4. Just looks so good. What a performance. Team Not Found, though. Still, this game isn't over. They just got to make sure they let this final minute go without any real major incident. As Jay with the dribble. Finds the sidewall with it. He's getting bumped, so wait a second. Hey, they're gonna fall together there. It won't be an issue for Team Not Found as they gotta play a little more defense. Krios with the stop. 30 seconds, and at this point for Team Not Found, they're starting to celebrate a little bit earlier because they know that, well, 3 goals in 30 seconds is essentially impossible for Quantum. They need to score basically right now to do it, and maybe this will lead a chance because that's a good pass! Hey, they did get a goal though! Chrono off the corner! Stitch, he faked this one. Chrono finds the back post as Team Not Found. We're not ready there. Thinking a double tap was sure to follow off of that touch from Stitch, and yet he leaves it for Chrono. Quantum only need 2. 18 seconds left. Now kickoff. Going the way of Quantum. Chrono. Hockey to Krios. To the back wall and back to Hockey. And he's going to make sure that goes in. A little dunk at the end to secure it. And it's a hat-trick for Hockey. It's a game 3 that will go for Team Not Found. And it's a series that is a perfect display of what Team Not Found can do. A 3-0 sweep to end off the regular season NLS champs. A regular season that has been a bit tumultuous for them, but this is an ending that is very feel-good for them. So let the time end here. Team Not Found will take the series just like that. And, you know, the return of Quantum to the stream, well, it's a very sad return for them. They couldn't take a single game off of these guys. Team Not Found had their number. Yeah, the 3-0 sweep, that's his... As again, what a performance from them. 3-0, you couldn't really ask for much better for Team Not Found. A strong start. Again, we'll get an interview with these guys. Just to join them here and chat with them. Sure, they'd love to be able to chat. As again, what a performance from them. Really, what a performance for Krios. Again, it's just one of those things. Is hello in chat, hello Krios, hello Hockey, and thank you guys for the compliments again. What a performance! Team Not Found were predicted to win this actually quite heavily, and anybody who predicted them, you guys made a very smart decision. Yeah, it is Team Not Found who are just the better team at this point. 3-0, they just didn't look like they're slowing anytime soon. And joining me here to chat about this is Jay. Hockey, Krios, Jay, it's nice to see you again. It's not been that long since we've last seen you guys. And again, you get to play against another one of your 135 teams. Last time it was Ignite, this time it's Quantum, and this one went a lot better than the Ignite match with a 3-0 sweep. I mean, Jay, that is just a strong performance, especially to end off your regular season.
Yeah, I mean, going into playoffs, we were looking for a huge momentum shift, so I'm glad we got what we wanted tonight. 3-0 sweep, more than we could have asked for. Guys played great tonight. Can't ask for much more.
Yeah, again, it seemed like it was kind of business as usual for you as well. Hockey, just kind of getting involved in the shooting, and it was just a perfect rotation. What was it about Quantum? It kind of allowed you guys to take them down so quickly. I mean, what is it about you guys specifically that allowed you to take down Quantum so quickly? Because Quantum are a 4-1 team. They're not a team that you can just shrug off. This is a good team. You guys made them look pretty weak in comparison. So, Hockey, can you tell me about kind of the comparison of these teams in this matchup?
Well, I mean, it's not really that much of a comparison to teams. We are in the same clan, obviously. We've scrimmed each other countless times, just a lot. And all the scrims really go even for the most part. I just think it's that this week, especially this week, we've been grinding a lot ever since our RLSS loss. We've been playing in the weekly tournaments on the weekdays. We usually don't ever really play on weekdays, but we've been grinding those for hours on the weekday nights, and weekends, obviously, we're still playing like always.
And I get that as well. Again, you guys just have a strong look, a strong performance, and again, you're just like looking good. And that's crazy to say because Krios, you're the sub, and yet you're playing like a starter. I mean, Scotty's in chat. I'm sure he's maybe sweating a little bit because who knows? Maybe Krios is gonna take Scotty's spot next matchup because you're playing that well. I'm joking, by the way, but like you're playing that well. Like you look like a starter. I mean, Tell me about kind of this roster and how easy it is to fit in, because you've been on this roster for a while, but you don't get to play that often.
No, I don't. But when I do, it's my job to go out there and help the team win. And it's really a testament to how well Jay and Hockey play, because they make my job to go out there and help them so easy. Hockey scores incredible goals. Jay's making incredible saves all the time. And they're easy to calm with, easy to rotate with. It's just a great team atmosphere.
Yeah, it definitely is. You guys just work so well together. And again, now that you're going into the playoffs with a 4-2 record, both you and Quantum are 4-2. Again, the playoffs are coming up very soon, and that means it's single elimination. Means that if you lose, you're out. So, Jay, I gotta tell you, kind of the pressure's gonna be on you guys to, perform in the playoffs. I know in RLSS you guys wanted that finals victory. You just couldn't get it. It ended in Game 7 against New Age Octanes, which was a very formidable opponent. Now in LOS Champs, you get another chance to play in the playoffs. It's another single elimination bracket, so pressure's back on once again. Does your experience in RLSS, the Rocket League Splash Series, do you think it's going to give you a massive advantage over the teams that are also joining you in the playoffs?
Absolutely. I mean, to be completely honest with you, we still have the mentality that we could have won that series. It was just an unfortunate couple of games. We made a couple of huge mistakes that ended up costing us, obviously, but obviously a great team. Nothing to be too ashamed about losing. But going into LOS, we're looking to hopefully win this and right that wrong and wipe it off our slate and get a clean one.
Well, again, I know that you guys, again, only have one thing in mind. That is getting as far as you can in that bracket and winning the whole thing. I mean, again, good luck on that. It's going to be a tough battle, and I hope I get to see a good amount of that playoff action, because it's going to be a very big fight for you guys and for Quantum, because Quantum also going to end the season 4-2. They could win the whole thing as well. So a lot of pressure, on both these teams to perform well. And again, you guys, that's a good performance. It's a good way to end off your season, sweeping Quantum to get yourself into a great seed.
Do not sleep on Quantum. They're a great team.
Do not sleep on Quantum. I know how good that team is. Today was not their day, obviously, and you guys have a playstyle that works against them very well. So again, congratulations on that. But before we go, we'll get some quick shoutouts going. Let's start with Hockey. Any shoutouts? Any kind of final statements you want to make? I know you guys do this all the time because you guys always win on this stream, but we always have to do it anyways. Is there anything you want to say?
Well, it's just same as usual. Teammates always. Krios is always there as a sub. I mean, always. Emergency situations, he's always there to answer the calls. So huge shout out to Krios for that. Shout out to Jay as always being there, grinding with each other. Never been better. And shout out to Thrifty. Shout out to the boys in Quantum too. It was my past team, and I love them. And it felt good playing them, even though we play each other a lot. But we haven't played each other in a bit recently, and it really felt good playing them and seeing them again.
It's always nice to get to play against people that you know and to have a little fun while doing it. I'm sure I'm sure you're happy that that's going to be your final match of the regular season. As now we'll move on to Jay. Jay, you have anything that you want to add to that? Any supplemental information? Any shoutouts? Any statements you want to make?
Yeah, we have a running joke in our team that Krios doesn't get paid unless he performs. So he will absolutely be getting paid today. That was more than you could have asked from a sub. I mean, he was putting up Michael Jordan numbers in the finals. That's absolutely ridiculous for him. Great playing for him today. Obviously, shout out to you, Sporty, for casting this like always, and Thrifty. But yeah, just the usual. Hockey, the teammates, and Scotty for not being here today. Always shout out him. Love the dude. And Quantum last of all, obviously.
Of course, and now
all love from our team.
Of course, now we'll end off with that super sub, Krios. I mean, we don't get to see you often on the stream, obviously, being the sub. It's tough to get some time, but today was your day to show up, and you did a little more than just showing up. A huge performance from you. Is there anything you want to say? Any shout you have? We may not see you on the stream for a while, so make this chance count.
I mean, shout out my family. They get to eat tonight because we're getting paid in croutons, baby.
Yes, sir.
But shout out to you, Sporty. I'll watch back the VOD. I'm sure the casting was phenomenal. I'm super excited to watch it. Shout out to Scotty. I know he couldn't be here today, but he's a rock for this team. And then shout out Jay and Hockey for keeping it all together and making it so easy to play with. And all the 100X boys.
You can probably already tell, but yeah, my nose is very stuffy. That's because it's allergy season. So I expect to hear a lot of that during the stream. My nose is terrible. I'm sure you guys can know. I was gonna say it's like allergy season, and my allergies flare up, so it's pretty bad. But again, so if you hear back my stream, you're gonna hear me sound like Squidward a little bit. No, This Squidward with like really bad allergies. Again, congratulations on your win.
Squidward Berg.
Okay, you know what? We're not even going to talk about that anymore. Again, congratulations on your win of field sweep over 125 Quantum. Hopefully, we'll get to see you for some of the playoff matches in the upcoming weeks. Again, congratulations. We'll see you again very soon.
Yep,
Have a good
thanks,
night.
buddy. Have a good night.
And that was Jay, Hockey, Krios. They are 125 team not found, and what a night it has been for them. As Stitch is saying, Squiddy FC. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I know you guys are referencing as well. You're referencing Unknown Esports. I don't like that. You guys are crazy. Anyways, again, congratulations to them on their field sweep over Quantum. Before that, yeah, also won against Northlight Ghost White 3-1. So, what it has been for these teams, some huge wins, some huge performances. That is all. Again, thank you all so much for joining. What a day it has been. Insane action all over the place. That is it from me. Again, thank you all so much for showing your support, for being so supportive. But again, I'm gonna go now. I'll be back sometime soon with some more Rocket League action here on the Spodia stream. For now, though, take care, be well, and I'll see you again very soon.